selection, IVF, and embryo selection, which is why I think we're moving toward the end of procreative sex. And everyone in finance, and I live in New York, is saying, well, we understand some of the variables, we don't understand all of the variables. And the same is true in genetics, that in the old days, people used to say, there's a gene for that, the tall gene, the short gene, the smart gene. And now there's a polygenic hypothesis, right, meaning lots of genes. And there's even an omnigenic hypothesis, which is even more complicated. And so to understand those trade-offs, we would need a much greater knowledge of genetics than we now have, which is why, for me, when I write about genetic engineering, which I think is a much bigger category than gene editing. And the mechanism of genetic engineering, I think, is primarily going to be first embryo selection, IVF, and embryo selection, which is why I think we're moving toward the end of procreative sex. And then it's going to be using stem cells to create a virtually unlimited number of eggs. It's called in vitro gametogenesis. And so if we do that, and if you're selecting from 15 pre-implanted embryos in traditional IVF and PGD, you don't have that many options because it's just you're starting with 15. But when you're starting with 10,000 or 1 million, then you have real options. And that's why I think everyone's focusing on gene editing and CRISPR. Mm-hmm. But as I see it, for human genetic engineering, the real story is embryo selection.
Do you want to say what CRISPR is for those who